hello, everyone. My name is Valerie Harris, and this is your Stepping Up and Stepping Out series, guys, that airs every Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. And guys, if you want to get in contact with me, you can go to my Facebook page, you can go to YouTube, and guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and go to Instagram if you want to hear more about what we do with the Stepping Up and Stepping Out series. And you know, this series has been designed just for you, to encourage you, to inspire you, and to empower its listeners to, guess what? Step up and step out of your comfort zone. So tonight, guys, we have a guest with us tonight. And I would like to introduce to you our guest. Her name is Miss Erika Brooks. And we want to do a shout out to Erika because she agreed to come on the show and to share with us during this Stepping Up and Stepping Out series. And you know, I had the pleasure of meeting Erika through the Platform Builders program last year, and she has truly been a blessing in my life. And it seems like we have known each other for years. But Erika is a licensed professional counselor and a certified substance abuse counselor in the state of Virginia. She received her Master of Science in Rehabilitation Counseling from the Virginia Commonwealth of University. She is the owner of the Enlightenment Coaching Counseling Services, LLC. And she enjoys working with women with their health issues, including mental health issues, self-care issues. We're going to have fun tonight. Trauma and grief therapy. And she has been the guest several times on numerous podcasts to discuss topics around mental health and self-care, particularly in the African American community. And soon she will be releasing her own podcast that's named Tea Time with Erika. And she, along with me and 10 other women, are co-authors to a book called Pearls, which is a book with wisdom and advice from emerging leaders. And she's active in her church and her community, and is a member of the National Coalition of 100 Black women. So in her spare time, she loves and then she enjoys dealing with her family and working with her family and friends. She likes reading, taking care of herself. And of course, on the screen, you can see her contact information if you would like to get in touch with Erika. So tonight, just get ready as I bring Erika to the screen.
Hello, sister.
Hello, my sister. It is so wonderful to have you come on the show tonight. I thank you for agreeing to come on with us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me. And you know, I love to be here talking to you.
Yes. So you have a wealth of expertise that we're going to get ready to dive into tonight. And I have a couple of questions that we're going to talk about. And so we're just going to relax and we're going to have fun. Okay?
Awesome.
So guys,
Sounds
I want
great.
you to do a shout out to Erika, letting her know that you are so thankful that she's here. And if you have further questions, you can put it on in the chat and we will address those at a later time. So Erika, what caused you to step up and step out of your comfort zone when it came to starting your own business?
Whew, that's a big one right there. So I had been working for an agency and was providing therapy, but I didn't feel like I saw enough people that looked like me. I knew that a lot of us needed help, but weren't receiving it. But the main thing was the woman that I worked for said I would never be able to do it on my own.
Wow.
So I am one that believes in I can show you better than I can tell you.
There you go.
So I did a lot of soul searching and praying, and with friends, family, encouragement, I decided to step out and to do it. So I started part-time and I've been doing it part-time since 2012 now.
Amen.
I've been doing it for 10 years. Yeah.
You know, and it's really a shame how people want to dictate what we can't do.
Mm, very much so.
And you know, every time I've faced that a lot in my life, and every time I faced that, it kind of put a fear there, but I was able to overcome to say, oh no, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Absolutely.
And
All things through Christ.
a lot of people are like that, where they want to tell people what they can't do.
Mhm. I have to say, I heard the no's, I heard the suggestions, don't do it. But I had family and friends who were so supportive that whatever this along the way, whatever step, whatever I needed, they were very encouraging. Um, I had people when I said I didn't know how to do the billing, things like
Hmm.
that stepped right on in and taught me how to do the billing.
Hmm.
Um, People that helped me get my paperwork together, who made referrals, who suggested who to talk to get started. And so, with God, all things are possible. And
Yes.
He puts those people who are necessary for us to continue to succeed and to walk in the path that He has for us. Um, Certainly, it is by no accident that I've walked the path that I've walked and that I've met the people that I've met. And you as well. It's the words that you share are so affirming and so encouraging. So we have to remember that we meet those people along the way that will help us to get to where we need to be.
Yes. Because guess what? We're in this thing together.
Absolutely.
And we all have something to offer, because there's somebody that needs what we have to offer. And they're just waiting for that moment to say, yeah, that's what I need. I need that person to help me to get from A to B, from B to C, so
Absolutely.
yes. So the no's, when people tell us no, yes, I can. I can do
Yes, I
this.
can. Yes, I
Yes, I
can.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So when it comes to your business, what role does time management play in your life?
That's a big one. I was telling you earlier today that I'm living by a planner. Um, Time management, organization play a huge part in my business. I am not successful. I'm not able to be successful if I don't plan and take the time to get done what I need to get done. Um, when I first started, I think I underestimated how long some things would take.
Hmm.
I underestimated the value of using assistance when needed.
Yes.
Um, so they're very, very important.
Yeah, because I've been doing a series on time management.
Mm,
And because we do, as entrepreneurs and women in business, it is essential, because we have other responsibilities besides that. We have our spiritual responsibility, we have our family, we have ministry, we have, we just have our jobs, we, self-care, all of that. And
mhm,
we have to know how to be balanced. And so that's why I've been doing this series on time management, about being laser focused and being organized, and just knowing that we know that we need a calendar, we need a planner, we need a to-do list, because a lot of people just have it in their head that I'm going to do ABC. But then if you have all these things, you're not going to be good at everything. So we have to
yeah,
learn how to adjust the things that we're going to have on that to-do list every day,
mhm.
because we can't get it all done in a
No,
day.
we can't. And I tell people a lot of times when I talk to people about self-care and time management, write your list down. But when you write your list, pick the three top things that you need to get done.
Yeah.
And once you get those done, you can scratch them off your list. And if you have time to do more, you certainly can. But if you can do those three things and you've managed to carve enough time to get it done, that's great. That gives you freedom to work around getting done the other things without feeling overwhelmed and stressed out. So yeah.
Absolutely.
You have to take it
Absolutely.
in chunks, and that's how I've managed to do things. Um, Prayer. If you don't start off with prayer or reading your word, that will throw off that time management. Trust
It
me.
will throw it off.
Hmm.
And seeking God, because I'm a journaler, so I love to journal.
Oh, I do too.
Yes, I love it. And that quiet time and that time with God and seeking Him for directions during the day makes all the difference when we are to manage our time and make sure that we are putting the right things in place to
Hmm.
get done, and when to
Hmm.
cut it off, and to
Absolutely.
know that it's okay to say no.
Absolutely. And sometimes we don't realize the thing that we think we have to get done
Yeah,
might not necessarily be the thing that we're supposed to do.
supposed to get done. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes,
So, yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love that. So, as you launched your business, what were some hidden potential that you discovered about yourself? What were some
Hmm.
things that you didn't decide that you could do, but you realized as you started your business, you had the potential to do it?
Well, I do know I have the gift of gab, so I can sit and talk to anybody one on one, but I
All
did
right.
not realize I can do speaking.
Yes.
That was something that, speaking to multiple people was something I did not realize that I had the ability to do.
Yes.
Um, I did not realize my ability to um, organize as well as I have and
Yes.
do the things that I've been doing, such as I am not a numbers person.
Mhm.
I don't want to do the billing.
Right.
Let somebody else do the billing. But at the same time, I like to know where my money is.
Right.
So I learned quickly how to do that.
Absolutely.
Other things I've learned this year, I learned that I can write and I actually have something people want to hear. I have
Yes.
something to say that people want to hear. Um, and so it's just been a remarkable journey. This 10 years has been a
Yeah.
remarkable journey for
Yeah.
me.
Because for me, business wise, I've had all kinds of different businesses, but it wasn't the thing. You know how you try different things, you think you like it, and it didn't work out. So, I got plenty of experience, and as an educator for over 34 years,
Hmm.
along the way, I did a lot of different little businesses, and
Mhm.
I gained that business sense from my granddad, because he was a business owner. He owned a store. He was the oil man in the neighborhood. And
Ah.
so when I look back at my childhood to see where is this business thing coming from, it comes from our background, and we don't even realize that until we sit down and look at our families and see where were they, what were some of the things, their values and the things that they did, and those things filtered over into our lives. But as I did these different businesses, I wasn't that successful because I really didn't have a plan, but I knew it was something that I wanted to do.
Yes.
So later on,
Yes.
Habakkuk says, write the vision and make it plain
Oh,
so
and
that
make
those
it
that
plain.
read it can run with it. That's what I hadn't done.
Mhm.
So
And that's
when
so
we,
funny that you mentioned that scripture because I'm in my office and I have that written above my desk
yes,
so that whenever I look up, if I need to take a break from something, I see that scripture.
yes,
Because without writing it down, whether it's planning for an event, whether it's planning for a session, whether it's just planning for my day, if I
yes,
don't write it down, it's not clear.
it's not clear.
Journaling, yes, I journal. And
Yes,
in my journaling, sometimes I write my letters to the Lord.
yes,
What what's going on, what's happening, what hasn't happened, where my questions are.
right.
And so that is kind of a roadmap for me
Yes,
in my writing. You speak of your family, and in our book, Pearls, I write about my family. How my father was a custodian.
yes,
And but I don't write about my grandparents. My grandfathers both were, I guess, what people call um, laborers,
yes,
because my dad's father used to have a garden And but he always had an idea of what he was going to plant, when he was going to start it, how he was going to start it. My mother's father was the same way, but my mother's father also was known as the town handyman.
Mm-hmm.
And one of his sayings was, he can do a little some of anything, but not much of anything.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And I never understood what that meant, but both of them knew what they wanted to do, had a plan in their mind of how they were going to get it done, and then executed it.
Yeah.
And so as I've grown in life, and even in doing business, I've taken little bits of them into to making my business, you know. Um, my dad is one that he can talk to anybody, and just he's just, the smile will get you. um both sets of my parents and my grandparents, all of them have been just hard workers, and that never give up spirit, and that I'm going to show you better than I can tell you kind of attitude. And so
Absolutely.
yeah, so it passed down into to this girl here.
And the thing of it is, that's where we got a lot of our values.
Mm-hmm.
We got it from them,
Yeah.
that made us who we are. And
Mm-hmm.
through the prayers of them to go forward, to do the things that we've been called to do by God. So
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah. So
Absolutely.
what, when you first started your business though, did you have a coach?
No, I did not. Um, but I will say probably 5 years into it, I stumbled across Charvette Mitchell online,
Yes.
and our fearless platform leader. And
Yes.
I began taking little things that she would say, and I would write notes.
Mm-hmm.
There goes back to that.
There we go, writing it
Write
down.
it, write it down. And so I would write those little things out. Whenever I had ideas of doing something, I would write it down, and then I would slowly go back to her website or to her videos to figure out which one of those things helped me to accomplish whatever I just wrote down.
Yes.
So that's been help. So that has been my little strategy. And then this year I started the Platform Builder program.
And so that was the determining factor that came out of you doing that. And
Hmm.
that's powerful, because the same thing happened for me.
Hmm.
You out there, you're trying to do all kinds of things, but we have to be, as entrepreneurs and business women, there's some things that we just need someone that's laser focused that can help us get that plan working. Because the thing of it is, we can write the plan, but the thing of it is, if we don't move, nothing's going to happen. Because
Right.
when God gives us the desires of our heart, if we don't step out and do it, nothing's going to happen.
But
But
what
we
does
have
he
to
say?
understand, and that's what I try to get people to understand. If it's in your heart, he put it there. So that
Exactly.
means if you step out, he's going to make the provisions.
That's right.
And
And
so
what
we
does it
always
say?
let it be the thing where I can't do this because I don't have the money, I don't have the resources. No, but if he gave it to you, we have to
He'll make a
trust.
way. He'll
Yeah, we
make
have
a
to
way.
trust it.
But and he does say faith without works is what?
It's
Is
dead.
dead. So we do have to do our part. He will provide for us, but we have to do our part. This program, I had gone to Charvette's conference, I want to say probably the last 4 or 5 years, and I
Yeah.
had always wanted to be a part of Platform Builders, but something always stopped me. Something was always in the way. But that last one that I attended in 2021, I
It
went
was
up and
off the chain,
it
girl.
was, yes, it was.
It
And
was
so I
off the
said,
chain.
I am going to be there. And I even took a picture. And I told her this a couple weeks ago, probably about a month ago. I said, I took a picture while I was sitting on the stage in that big chair. And I
Uh-huh.
said,
Me
I
too.
am
Me too.
I am going to do this. I am going to be here one day.
Yes.
And a lot of what I said that I wrote down that day and those few days for that conference, I am actually making come true.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
so it was a combination where you write it down, you learn the skills,
Yes.
you make the plan, you make it plain, and you execute it. And not, without having God, you're not going to make it come
You're
true.
not going to make it because he has to be the center.
Exactly.
Everything that we do, he has to be the center of it.
Exactly.
Because it's not
Exactly.
going to work like we want it if he's
Hmm.
not in control.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So talk a few minutes about your business, what you do, your expertise as far as the self-care and all of that, because we as women, we lack in that area really, really bad. We do everything for everybody else and leave ourselves out.
Well, I'm going to tell you, the reason I decided to follow God's direction of doing self care is because I am often the worst at self care, but we get better by doing. And
Yes.
so I like to teach from what I know.
Yes.
So it is easy for us. I will tell you, I am a sister, I'm a daughter, I'm a church member. I work for an insurance company. I have my own business, but I'm also a friend. I'm an aunt. I am involved in the community. So all of those things take a lot from me.
Yes.
But and I try to be there for people, but there are times where I have to take a step back
And
and
say
take care
no.
of Erica. Yeah.
Yeah.
Say no and take care of Erica. And one of the first things that I tell people, no is a complete sentence.
Yes.
You do not need to explain to anybody when you say no,
You sure
when
don't.
you need to take a step back, when you need to breathe. Because if you don't take care of yourself, who's going to take care of you?
No one. No one.
So I started doing things where I talk to people during sessions. I've been creating little pockets where I can talk to people during church activities, community activities. The organization that I'm in, I've also done some of that. um, I talk to them about the different levels of taking care of yourself: the physical, the mental, the emotional, the nutritional,
Yes.
because people forget nutrition is very
It's
important in
very important. Yes.
hmm
Taking
hmm
care of our bodies, period.
yes,
Drinking enough water, getting enough rest,
yes,
saying
yes,
no,
yes, saying no,
mindset,
yes. And so
balance.
you have to create your self-care plan. What
Yes.
does that look like for you? My self-care plan may look very different than yours. We both love God, and
Yes.
we start our day with that. We do our journaling, but you may be one of those who like to exercise and run. Not me. I will walk. I'll do yoga. Those are things that feed my spirit
Yes.
and my energy, that rejuvenate me. So a lot of times what we tend to do is we run until we are beyond empty. I
Yes.
like to say we have burned,
Every
rejuvenated,
bridge.
and burned again.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So what I like to teach people is how to recognize when you need to stop, and how to make those things that you need to do meaningful to your self-care. For
Yes.
example, um, I make shower steamers that have
Okay.
essential oils in them.
Okay.
So if you are feeling run down or feeling like you have a cold, you may use the steamer that has the eucalyptus in it, that
Okay.
opens you up to breathe a little bit easier.
Right.
You may have peppermint to get your day going, or lavender to help you rest at night.
Yeah.
So I like to teach all those different things.
I love it. I love it.
Mhm,
That is just so powerful. The things that you do, because people need to know about it,
mhm,
because like I said, everybody when I come out and do my series is to encourage women, to let them know that they're special in God's eyes, and that they have something special inside that the world needs,
mhm, mhm,
because when he created us with purpose. He
Mm-hmm.
created us with potential. He created us to have the desires that we have. They didn't come from around the corner. They came from him to put it to work, and I talked to a young lady
Absolutely.
today that was just so down and out. And, and I just had to just help her know that she's special in God's eyes and that she has something great to offer
Mm-hmm.
to the world, and not
Mm-hmm.
to let the world beat her down, because
Right.
she's one of God's daughters.
Mm-hmm.
She's an ambassador for God. So she has to be equipped and know that she know who she is, and be not worry about people validating her, knowing that God validates who she is,
Absolutely.
and to use
Absolutely.
the skills and to use her gifts and talents to help the next person, because what we have inside is not for us.
Mm-hmm.
It's to
Mm-hmm.
help the other person.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes they're not where we are. And
Right,
so, like when I have sessions, sometimes they don't have the same spiritual love that I have.
right,
Sometimes they're not ready quite where I am to get ready to take care of themselves.
right.
And that's okay. That's
Yes.
okay. We meet you where you
Where
are
you are. That's it.
and help you to develop where you want to go.
To be. That's right.
Yeah.
That's our responsibility. I
Hmm.
love that. I love
Yeah,
that.
it is.
So what is a takeaway that you have that has impacted your mindset as a business owner, because you own your own business?
I know. And sometimes it's still,
Boss lady.
it's been 10 years and sometimes it still shocks me. I have little things that remind me around me to remind me that I am the boss lady.
Yeah.
One of my favorites is my little mug in here. It says boss lady. So when I sit at my desk, I see it and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm the boss. Yeah,
You
I did
boss.
this.
You're the
I
boss.
did
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Um, One thing I would say is remember that no is a complete sentence.
Yes.
When somebody's taking too much of your energy, too much of your time, or wanting you to do something that's not in line with what you feel or want to do, it's
Yeah.
okay to say no. And
It's
it's
okay.
okay to take a break.
Yes.
The other thing is that I would say remember to take care of you first.
Absolutely.
Um, Write the vision and make it plain.
Yeah.
Because once you write the vision and you see it out, like I said, I put things on my board here in the office.
Yeah.
So if I put it on the board and I see it, I'm like, okay, that's what I want to do. And if I
Yeah.
leave it up there and I still see it, I'm like, ooh, we haven't done it
Uh-huh.
yet.
Absolutely.
So it
Absolutely.
helps me to stay organized. But then find your village.
Yes. Find your village. Yes.
You don't know how much strength that gives you, your
Yeah.
village. So
Yeah.
those would be the tips I would leave.
And
Those
what
would be the
advice
little
would
tea
you give
leaves.
someone who's searching to find their real niche, their passion, or their hidden potential? Because we all have hidden potential that we haven't even tapped into yet. And a lot of people won't step out to find out what it is. So, what advice would you give someone?
I would say this probably is going to sound weird. Mark off the things that you know you don't like.
That's right.
Start with that. Know that you don't like to do certain things. I mean, there are endless possibilities of things that we can do.
Yes.
Um, Sometimes it starts with the things that you don't want to do.
Yes.
And then if you figure out what it is you feel like it is that you want to do, but you're scared, jump.
Yeah.
Jump, because if you don't, you're never going to know if you fall or if you
That's right.
fly. I
That's
remember hearing that from, I think it was Steve Harvey. He said that, and it makes so much sense. You will never know if you're going to fly if you don't try.
if you don't try.
Hmm.
But it has been wonderful talking to you, and I'm going to put you back in the virtual room for a minute, so don't leave.
Okay.
But I am so happy that you came out here to the Stepping Up and Stepping Out series, because
Thank
we
you.
as women, we have to build each other up, help other women to be built up. And so this has been awesome to be able to come out and just share with
Yes, it is.
you for a few minutes this afternoon. And I just thank you, and I love you, girl.
Thank you, sister.
So just wait a few minutes for me and I'll
Okay.
be right back.
All right. Thank you.
All right. And guys, that was Erika Brooks. And she's a licensed professional counselor and a certified substance abuse counselor in the state of Virginia. And she has the expertise to deal with you with your self-help, trauma, therapy. So if you want to get in contact with her, her email is listed here on the board. So make sure you get her email, and I want to put it up on the screen so that you can see her email address, that you can get in contact with her. I'll put it across the screen so that you can see it. And so if you want to get in contact with her, you can. And guys, it was just wonderful being out here talking to you guys tonight. And I hope that you all gained something from what we talked about. And it was just so wonderful to just, I love coming out talking to you guys each and every week. And Talk Town Val is about to sign up. But don't forget about that boot camp that's coming up in November 15th, the 15th and 16th of November. Come on, guys, and sign up. We're going to have plenty of fun. So don't forget about that. I look forward to seeing all of you at that boot camp, guys. And Talk Time Val is about to sign out. But make sure you go to my website if you want to meet and greet with me. If you want to talk to me further, you can sign up for a consultation. And go to my YouTube channel, guys. I tell you all every week to go to my YouTube channel. And this is going to be aired on YouTube, Facebook. So make sure you make comments, questions, if you have questions that you would like to address to Erika or myself. And you can go to Instagram, you can go to my Facebook profile and just reach out through Messenger if you want to talk to me further. And that's all I have for you guys tonight. So Talk Time Val is signing out. So I will be talking to you a little bit later.